welcome back to another video. This is going to be another tutorial. I'll be teaching you how you can add horror to your gtag fan game. Horror, like a working monster with like a working jump scare and stuff. So before I do it, it would really help me if you can subscribe. It can really help me get more people's For You page, and it just helps me out. But yeah, so first thing you want to do is you want to get any object you want. I recommend like getting a monster that has that's rigged, that has like bones and stuff. So mine's like, this one has like, as you can see, it's like a model, but like it's like a monster player model. And like if I open the armature, it has bones and stuff, so like you can like rotate its arms. Like you don't have to like rotate the whole thing. You don't really have to do this. It's just if you want to have an animation on your monster whenever it's walking. But yeah, so first thing you want to do, you want to get your monster out, and then you want to go to the Discord and look, scroll down till you see horror, and you're going to want to download these two scripts. Once you download these two scripts, you have to go back to your thing, and then you have to import those two scripts. I already have them imported. Only get Gorilla Player and Monster Navigation. If you cannot get Discord, that's alright. I'll just put a Google Drive in the description, which you can also go to get the scripts. Once you have these, you want to drag only the Monster Navigation into this one, and then for the jump scare, you want to create a cube. Actually, don't do this yet. Do not create a cube yet. So click this. Make sure, also for this to actually work, make sure to go to your window, go to Package Manager, and search up AI. Just type. Make sure to go to Unity Registry, type AI, and if you see AI Navigation, click it, and then click Install and then import it. It should just install it. You don't have to import it. It should automatically install it. If it doesn't automatically install, just click import. But once you have it imported, you want to go back to your monster, the one that like holds all the stuff in it, and add a navigation mesh agent. Once you have this, it should look all like this. You don't really have to change these, unless you're trying to add an animation or something. I recommend changing these, but just keep it the way it is. And you want to drag this. You want to drag this into the agent. If you don't do this, then it will not work. Also, make sure this is called player. As you can see, it's called player. And then make sure in your player, which is like your gorilla player, there's something called player. Mine's kind of different. Don't want that. Gorilla player is player. You want to make sure that has that, or your monster will not work. It will not move at all. But just for the video, I'll move this monster right here. Oh, that's just my other monster. If you want to know how like do this effects, like the reason why it's blue is because like it has an animation for it. Like I didn't make the animation, like it automatically sets it up itself. I'll show you guys it once I go on. But you can see this is the monster. You can just make sure to just set whatever you like. So like the speed wander is like how fast it goes, like when it's like wandering around. I'll show you how to make it wander around in just a second. But make sure to set this to like 4.5 or whatever you want. Whatever speed you want your monster to wander, that's what I normally set it at. And your monster speed cheese, which was like how fast it goes, like when like it detects the player, and like how fast it is like when it's chasing the player. So I just changed it to 8.1 sometimes because like my player speed cap is 7.6, so I just want to make it a little bit faster. And for the points, so for the point, you want to create an empty game object. Call this your point, and then make sure it's aligned with the monster's torso, so that way like your monster doesn't have to go too high or too low in order to reach the point. So these points are like the area like your monster is going to go for it to wander. So make sure you create an empty, not like a cube, because an empty is better than a cube. So yeah, make sure it's aligned with the chest. If it's not, here, I'm gonna drag my monster down a little bit so like it's not floating. Also, if you want, you can resize it. I like resizing my monsters like it's bigger, like that. Whenever you do this, you want to get your point, which mine's over here. Make sure it's aligned with the chest or the head, whatever. I just line it with the chest just to make it, just for the sake of it. You see it's aligned with the chest. Now you want to right click it, create empty parent, and call this point. It doesn't matter what you name it, just name this tutorial. Call it whatever you want, like whatever, like wander area. Now with this, you want to put it wherever you want. The one inside of it, you want to put it wherever you want. And then duplicate it. I'm just going to make like about 5 because I'm not really planning to use this monster. I'm just going to delete it right after this tutorial. Keep placing them around like this, and I'll make one over here too. So as you can see, that's all set up. I don't think you have to do really anything else for the monster navigation script. Oh no, make sure to go to it and lock it, and make sure to select all your points you made and drag it into points. Make sure your points are actually inside your map and they're not outside the map, or like your monster will tweak out. But yeah, now that you have those set up, just go to your monster, and you want to right click your monster, click 3D, right click it, 3D object, cube, and this would be like the hitbox jump scare. So like this would be like the hitbox where like it kills the player. You just want to make it a good size for your monster. I recommend not making it the arms, or like just make it like, make sure to size it up a little bit if you want the player like to not like be able to wall run and escape it. I recommend sizing it up, but I'll just keep it like this because I like to play wall running to get it. Oh, I just sneeze. Never mind. Wait. No. Oh my gosh, hold on. Alright. Yeah. So I'll just make the hitbox like this. So this will be my monster's hitbox, and I'll just make it the size of the monster. Yeah. So you can make sure to unlock your scary gorilla or whatever your horror monster's name. Name this collider, and then you want to turn its trigger on and make a new layer and call it non-walkable. Make sure the layer is built like exactly like this, non-walkable. That'll prevent it from like the player like the player's body from getting stuck on it. And that's how you do that. And now for the jump scare to actually work, you want to drag the gorilla teleport script, or whatever it's called, teleport gorilla player. You want to do that. And for this part, you want to go to your player, which is like your rig and stuff. Mine's named monkey rig. Yours should be like named like gorilla rig or something. You want to find your gorilla player, and you want to drag into there. For this part, objects disable, you just want to drag your whole like horror map in it, or just your horror map in it, or like your whole entire map. I recommend doing your whole entire map. So you just want to look for your horror map, drag it in there. For your teleport location, you want to create another empty object or a cube. I just use empty objects. Want to create an empty object? You do that by clicking this, create empty. Once you create your empty, look for it and place it wherever the spawn of your horror is. It's like the spawn for my horror is right here. So I recommend like not placing it like too close to the ground like this. I recommend bringing it up into there a little bit, like above the floor a little bit, like maybe like this. So that's good. And then you just want to name it whatever you want, so you can know that this is a respawn point. So name it respawn. Just respawn. You can name whatever you want, and go back to your, what is it? Your monster. Look for it. It's right here. And you want to go back to your collider, and look for your respawn. You want to drag it into there. For your wait time, this is how long your jump scare is going to be. I set that to 2. For the teleport overlay, that's going to be your jump scare. So, that's going to be like your jump scare screen. So like, to make a jump scare screen, it's really simple. You just get whatever you want to jump scare the player. You go to gorilla player, you go to your turn parent, or I'm pretty sure you don't have a turn parent. It's just like main camera and stuff. Just look for a main camera in your gorilla player. Open it and find something called, just like make something in it that like will jump scare the player. So mine's like animated, like the head is animated. So like, it's just like, it's like my monster is animated, like the head like goes like this, and like whenever it's done, the head like goes right towards its face, and that's what stops the jump scare. So that's how you create that. Make sure to disable it whenever you put it in your main camera. And if you want to see what it looks like, just enable it, go to your game, and this is what it will look like. If you want to make it like it's like covering your whole point of view, just make a box around it and color it in all black, but I don't really do that, I just do this. So once that's set up, make sure to disable it once again. And then make sure it's in your main camera, so like wherever the player looks, it follows its head. And I'm pretty sure only that player that got jump scared can see it. Nobody else would. So you want to go back to your jump scare object, or no, your collider, and you want to go back to your main camera and drag your jump scare like this. For the teleport sound, this will be like the jump scare sound. So this is the part, it's kind of weird. You look for your jump scare sound. You want to drag it into the collider object. You want to open the audio source and turn off play and wake. Uncheck it. If this is checked, then like it'll just like play it once the player joins the game. Once you do this, you're gonna hold it and drag it into the teleport sound. Now your thing's fully set up, your monster is fully set up, and it should work. Now here's the important part. Make sure your floors, like everything you don't want it to go through, are static. So like your floors, your walls, and your roof is static. And like everything you don't want it to go through is static too. So like this is static. This is also static. This is like a safe zone area. Like here, I'll show you how to create a safe zone in just a second. But like, make sure everything you want the monster not to go through is all static, like that. So because like if you don't, then it'll fall through the ground. Now, you want to go to your window. Go to AI. Then go to your navigation obsolete. Once you do this, you want to here. Let me cover these real quick. So yeah, you can see these are my barriers. These are also set static. So that would like this monster only stays in this area, and this monster only stays in that area. I want to go back to this, and you want to click bake. After you click bake, only your floor and like the objects are like flat, like the monster's supposed to walk on, should turn blue. If your walls, like your roof, are blue, then you want to you click your floor, you go to navigation opposite, go to your object, and change this to walkable. Make sure your walls and like whatever you don't want the thing to walk on are say not walkable. So like your roof, make sure it's not walkable. Your walls, make sure it's not walkable. No, not walkable. Make sure your floor is one thing that says walkable. And if you like want your monster to walk on these, make sure it's called walkable. My monster's not gonna be able to walk on these because it's too high up. He can't reach it. But yeah. So once you click bait, the ground should turn blue. Mine's not doing it for some reason. I don't really know why it's not doing it. Maybe I have to turn this off. Yeah, it's not doing it for some reason. But once you do that, your monster should be able to walk around. And this is just like the maximum like the monster can climb. So like if you like set to this, that means the monster cannot climb any ramps. I'm not sure what this is. I think like this is the height like the monster can like jump up at. But yeah, I normally set this to like 40 or something like that. And I click bake. Then once you do that, to create a safe zone, just go to like where you want your safe zone to be, and just make it like this. Make sure it's static. Then click bake again. And like if you don't want it to be like this, like if you don't want it covering the whole area, you can just drag it up like I did. Just like I dragged it up like that. Like I mean like you don't like really need this anymore. You can just delete it. But I like keeping it there for the design. I just like make it like this. So yeah, that's how you do that. And that's basically the end of the tutorial. I'm gonna test it out and see if it works. So you see my thing. Also, make sure to make sure just to make it look better. Make sure to turn off the mesh renderer, so that way like it's not showing it. Okay. Now I'm just gonna. You don't have to do this part. I'm just gonna drag my gorilla rig out here so I can test it fast. Like I don't have to like just like go through the whole process of like bringing my gorilla player out because like for some reason like it's kind of glitchy when I try to drag it out. Also, when you're testing it in the thing, make sure to go to your photon manager and turn on join your own connect. If you have like a code computer, do not make sure to turn this off when like you're making a new update, because like if you don't turn this off, like if you like try to join a code, like it would just like automatically put you into a random public lobby. So I just turn this on whenever I'm like testing like a new horde, because like if you're not in a code, then this will not work. Also, if you want like players to see your monster, like if you want them to see it in the same place, let me look for my monster. Because like if you don't do this part, then a player's gonna see it over here, and like but like a different player will like see it somewhere else over here. It's really rare for like them to see it in the same place. But you just want to go to your monster again, and in this part, you're gonna just type in photon view. You want to put that in there, and you want to make sure to change owner transfer to takeover, and this to reliable data compressed. I think, yeah, reliable delta compressed, and this you don't have to change it. Just keep it the way it is. And then you want to also drag a photon transform view, and don't edit this. You don't need to edit this. So that you have that fully set up, your monster should be able to move around. So I'll try it out. Make sure your monster is not static. I'm not sure if you don't really need to put on static. It'll work the same. But yeah, so I'm going to change the detection range a little bit more up. This would the player gets detected if that monster's like range. Alright, now I'm going to test. It's taking so long for some reason. Okay, now it's going in. Also, sorry if I sound kind of weird. I'm kind of sick right now, so yeah. Okay. As you can see, I'm not loaded into a server yet. If you don't know, I'm not loaded into a server yet. I thought I turned the photon. Oh shoot. Join. As you can see, don't mind this monster, that's my different monster. As you can see, like the animation's like this. But I'm just gonna disable this monster for now. No, Jeffrey. I just got scared. Like, Jeffrey's kind of bugged right now, so he doesn't respawn the player. Oh my gosh. Oh, quick. Fuck you, Jeffrey. I didn't mean that, sorry. Don't say those words. As you see for Jeffrey, create 30 points so we can wander around the map more. I recommend it if your map's bigger, create more points for your monster. I only created 5 just because it's a tutorial. But yeah. Did I disable him? Okay, I disabled him. Let me try the server. Okay, now as you can see, the monster wanders around perfectly fine. I mean, it just doesn't have any animation because I was lazy to make one. As you can see, if the player gets in detection range, it looks for it. And if the player falls into it, see, you see, like, what I mean by that, like, the player doesn't move. So I have to, like, use these. The player falls into it. That's good. Like, this bounce is back to its area we're supposed to be at. Sorry, don't mind my headset, I'm just still kind of buggy. Yeah, that's how you fully set it up, and after that, it just wanders around. It doesn't target the player for the rest of the round. And the other people can see if you did, like, the photon transform view thing. So that's it. It would really help me out if you could like and subscribe. And bye bye. Also remember, if you're not able to have Discord to get the scripts, you can just go to the Google Drive, the link in the description. All the links for like the scripts will be in the description. Yep, that's it. Bye bye. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, I'm not loaded into a server yet. If you don't know, I'm not loaded into a server yet. I thought I turned the photon. Oh shoot. Join. As you can see, don't mind this monster, that's my different monster. As you can see, like the animation's like this. But I'm just gonna disable this monster for now. No, Jeffrey. I just got scared. Like, Jeffrey's kind of bugged right now, so he doesn't respawn the player. Oh my gosh. Oh, quick. Fuck you, Jeffrey. I didn't mean that, sorry. Don't say those words. As you see for Jeffrey, create 30 points so we can wander around the map more. I recommend it if your map's bigger, create more points for your monster. I only created 5 just because it's a tutorial. But yeah. Did I disable him? Okay, I disabled him. Let me try the server. Now as you can see, the monster wanders around perfectly fine. I mean, it just doesn't have any animation because I was supposed to make one. As you can see, if the player gets into detection range, it looks for it. And if the player falls into it, see, like you see, like what I mean by that, like the player doesn't move. So I have to like use these. The player falls into it. That's good. Like it spawns into that area where it's supposed to be at. Sorry, I don't want my hits. I'm still kind of buggy. But yeah, that's how you fully set it up. And after that, it just wanders around. It doesn't target the player for the rest of the round. And the other people can see if you did like the photon transform view thing. So that's it. It would really help me out if you could like and subscribe. And bye bye.